Hi friends, welcome. Today we'll be doing yoga for strengthening the core and back. And we're going to go ahead and get started in tabletop position. So just coming to your hands and knees. And then on your inhale, dropping your belly towards the mat, creating an arch in the lower back, looking forward or up. And then exhale, rounding through the spine, pulling your chin towards your chest. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding through the back. And just keep these same movements going, moving with your own breath at your own pace. And then just coming back to a neutral spine and tabletop. And extending that right leg straight out behind you. You can either keep your toes on the mat here, or maybe you want to reach that leg up into the air, straight back behind you. Staying on both hands, or you can extend that left arm straight out ahead. So you're just balancing on the opposite hand, opposite knee. And this is a great place to stay, or you can take it into tiger's pose, bending into that knee, sending the right foot towards the hip, reaching that left hand back to connect with the foot, and just really pressing the foot into the hand. And then lowering that hand and knee back down to the mat so we can switch sides. Extending that left leg back behind you, keeping your toes on the mat, or maybe you want to reach that leg straight up into the air behind you. Keeping both hands on the mat or extending that right arm straight out of head, just balancing on opposite hand, opposite knee. And staying just like this, or you can go for that quad stretch, bending into that knee, sending the foot towards the hips, reaching that right hand back to connect with the foot. Making sure you're still breathing here. And lowering that hand and knee back down to the mat. Coming into down dog, tucking the toes, lifting the knees, and setting the hips up towards the sky. If you'd like to pedal out one leg at a time, just bending into one knee while you straighten the other. Just warming up the hamstrings, connecting with the breath here. And finding stillness in your down dog. And then inhale, shooting that right leg up into the air for 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to the nose for a core plank. Inhale, shooting that leg back up, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, that knee towards the left elbow, coming for a twisted plank. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, bringing the knee to the outside of the right elbow, hovering here. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. And then exhale, bringing that foot to the top of the mat between your hands, coming up for warrior one. Reaching those arms up towards the sky, looking up if it's okay on your neck. And then lowering the hands to come behind the hips, clasping the hands, pulling the shoulder blades towards one another. You can always use a strap here if you prefer, but just inhale, lengthening through the spine. And then exhale, begin to lower your torso towards the inside of that thigh. And just letting those hands come up overhead away from the hips, just getting this shoulder and hip opening. Breathing here. Pressing into both feet to help bring yourself back up. Bringing your hands into heart center, thumbs into your chest. And then we'll begin to shift into warrior three. So just taking your time, bringing your weight into that front standing leg, letting that left leg reach back behind you, getting it parallel to the mat. And you can always keep your fingertips on the mat here at first, just testing your balance. And then maybe bringing your hands into your chest, trying to get your torso parallel to the mat. And we're really just having fun with it here. If you wobble or fall out or can't quite catch your balance today, that's totally normal. This is a very hard standing balancing pose. So just let all those thoughts go, have some fun with it, and just keep getting back into it. And now slowly lowering that left foot to meet the right, coming to standing at the top of the mat. Inhale, reaching your arms up overhead, letting your fingertips touch. Exhale, begin to fold from the hips, folding forward. Inhale, hands to the shins for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plugging your hands into the mat, stepping back to plank. We're going to lower down for chaturanga. You can always place your knees on the mat, just shifting your weight forward, creating that 90-degree angle with the arms. Inhale, coming to the tops of the feet for up dog. Exhale, coming back for down dog. Inhale, shooting that left leg up into the air for three-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, core plank. Inhale, three-leg down dog. Exhale, knee across the body towards the right elbow. Inhale, three-leg down dog. And then exhale that knee to the outside of the left elbow. Inhale, three-leg down dog. And exhale, pulling that foot to the top of the mat between the hands, coming up for warrior one. Reaching those arms up towards the sky, looking up if it's okay on the neck, really lunging here, staying with the breath. And then bringing the hands down behind the hips, clasping the hands, pulling the shoulders together, or using that strap. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering your torso towards the inside of that left thigh. Really letting your head hang down here. Letting those hands come up off your hips, reaching up overhead as far as feels good. And really sending the breath into the hips and the shoulders. Pressing your feet into the mat to lift yourself back up to standing. Bringing your hands into heart center. And we're going to play with some warrior three on this side. So just bringing your weight into that front standing leg, lowering your torso parallel to the mat, and reaching that right leg back behind you. Again, you can keep your fingertips on the ground here at first, just testing your balance. And you can always reach your arms back behind you for airplane as well. Just finding whichever variation works for you here. And slowly lowering that right foot to meet the left at the top of the mat. Inhale, reaching those arms up overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the shins for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plugging your hands into the mat and stepping back to high plank. And this time we're just going to lower all the way down to the mat. So just lowering all the way down to your belly. Reaching those arms out straight to your sides, reaching behind you with your palms facing up. And squeezing your feet together. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, press your belly button towards your spine, really engaging the core. Squeezing your glutes to lift your feet and chest off the mat, coming up for locust. Just trying to bring the feet and head as high as you can. Slowly coming back down. Extending your arms in front of you with your palms facing towards each other. Take an inhale. And then exhale, engaging the glutes and the belly, pressing into the mat, reaching those arms up, reaching the feet up, breathing here. And then slowly coming back down. You can just place your hands in front of you, resting your forehead on your hands, and just taking a few moments to rest here. And bringing your hands underneath your shoulders to press yourself up for a high plank position. Making sure your body is one solid line, keeping your bottom down, still engaging the core here, really pressing your hands into the mat, pressing away from the ground. And you can stay just like this, breathing here in plank. Or if you want to get into the core a bit more and test your balance, you can extend that right foot back behind you, lifting it off the mat. And then maybe reaching that left arm straight out ahead as well. So you're doing a balancing plank here, just reaching that opposite arm, opposite leg. And then coming back down, switching sides, extending that left leg back behind you. And then maybe reaching that right arm straight ahead as well, balancing here. and just having fun with it, remembering it's normal to wobble and fall around. It's very hard to stay in this pose. Just really engaging the core, breathing here. Lowering that hand and foot back down to the mat if you had it up, coming back to high plank. And then lowering down for forearm plank. Again, trying to keep your body in one solid line. Really pressing your forearms into the mat, activating the core. And then coming back to that high plank, just pressing back up into the palms of the hands. Now slowly lowering all the way down to the mat, coming to your belly. Reaching those arms back behind you, palms facing up for locust. Zipping the feet together. Inhale here. And then exhale, pressing the belly into the mat, engaging the glutes so you can lift your head and your feet off the mat. And then lowering back down, just taking a pause here. And then coming back up for one more locust. You can either keep your arms extended back behind you, or maybe you want to reach them up overhead again. Either way, just breathing here. Lowering back down, bringing your hands in front of you and resting your forehead on the hands. And just coming back to the breath here, taking a moment to pause and rest. And pressing your hands underneath your shoulders or press yourself back up. We'll be coming to down dog. So tucking the toes, lifting the knees, sending the hips up towards the sky. Inhale that right leg up into the air for 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to the nose for a core plank, holding here for a breath. And then inhale, shooting that leg back into the air for 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to the left elbow, coming across the body for a twist, breathing here. Inhale, shooting that leg back up. Exhale, knee to the outside of that right elbow, holding here. Inhale, right leg back up, 3-leg down dog. And then just lowering that foot back down to the mat. Shooting that left leg up for 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, core plank, holding here. Inhale that foot back into the air, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee towards the right elbow, coming across the body. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Exhale that knee to the outside of that left elbow, pausing here. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. And then exhale, lowering that foot down to the mat, coming back to down dog. Then hopping through to seated, or just coming to your seat, however is most comfortable for you. Holding onto the backs of your thighs, preparing for Navasana boat pose. Begin to shift back, balancing on your sit bones, extending your shins parallel to the mat, making sure you're still breathing here. Coming down, giving yourself a quick little hug, rounding the back. And then balancing back on the sit bones, hands behind the thighs. Maybe you want to extend those legs out straight or reach your arms up overhead, just finding whichever variation feels best for you. And coming back down, giving yourself another quick little hug, resetting for one more boat. So shifting to the sit bones, extending those legs and arms up. Inhale here. And then exhale, extending those legs, coming down for low boat. Inhale back up. Exhale down for low boat, hovering the feet, hovering the head. Inhale up. Exhale, lowering down, hovering here. Inhale, engaging the core, keeping the back straight. Exhale, low boat. Inhale up. Exhale down one more time. Inhale back to boat, pausing here. And then you can just lower those legs down, extending both legs out in front of you, flexing the feet here. Inhale, reaching your arms up, lengthening through the spine. And then exhale, begin to fold from the hips, reaching towards your feet. Your hands never have to touch your feet, they're just going in that direction. But regardless of where your hands land, just let your head hang down, relaxing into it, reconnecting with the breath. Slowly making your way back up, extending your hands out behind you, and you're going to let your fingertips point towards your hips, getting your feet flat on the mat about hip width apart, and then pressing your hips up towards the sky, coming into reverse tabletop, letting your head drop back if that feels comfortable. And you can stay on tabletop, or maybe you want to extend those legs out, coming into reverse plank. Slowly coming back down to your seat. And then we'll prepare to lie back. So just getting on your back here and hugging both knees in towards your chest, holding onto the knees, really flattening the lower back into the mat. And you can stay still or you can rock side to side, just getting a massage in the hips and lower back. Allowing both knees to rock over towards the left side. So you're just stacking your knees. They might stagger a bit. And then opening up with that top right arm, extending it out, coming into a little twist. Relaxing both shoulders down towards the mat, allowing your body to fully soften here. Slowly bring your knees through center, allowing them to rock all the way over to the right side, extending that left arm open, coming into a twist, allowing your body to fully surrender with each breath. Coming back to center, hugging your knees into your chest once again, giving yourself a little hug, and then extending your legs straight out, preparing for Shavasana. So you're just lying flat on the mat, making any adjustments to get comfortable. Shavasana is the pose of integration. It's the most important pose of any practice, regardless of the length or what the practice contained. It's where we can really let all the good we've just done for ourselves soak in and become a part of us. So just take these next few moments to really take in all that strength that you've just built. And just taking this moment of stillness to be here with yourself and your breath. You can stay here in Shavasana for as long as you'd like, but I will be leaving you here. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.